The night sky above Carson glowed with arena lights that cut through the warm California air like beacons. Inside, a storm of anticipation swirled as thousands of fans packed the stands, buzzing with the kind of energy that only surrounds the arrival of someone special. In his corner stood Naoya Inoue, the undefeated Japanese prodigy wrapped in an aura of calm destruction. He had crossed an ocean not just to win, but to introduce America to the presence that had terrorized divisions overseas. His stare was steady, his breathing slow, his body loose, every inch of him looking like a man who had already seen this fight 1,000 times in his mind. Across the ring paced Antonio Nieves, older, determined, and fighting for more than victory. He carried pride for Cleveland, pride for his people, and the quiet fire of someone stepping into the most dangerous night of his life. The referee brought them together, issued his final commands, and as the bell echoed, the atmosphere shifted. It felt as though the entire arena held its breath. Inoue stepped forward, not with aggression, but with ownership, staking his claim on distance, rhythm, and presence. His jab sliced through space like a blueprint unfolding, each shot placed with a confidence that forced Nieves to reset, react, and rethink. The commentators offered their early observations, but the truth was already visible in the ring. Inoue wasn't trying to figure Nieves out. He was mapping him, quietly, patiently, like a scientist examining variables before beginning the experiment. And with every passing second, the crowd realized what Japan had known for years. This wasn't hype. This wasn't marketing. This was the arrival of a force the lighter divisions rarely see. The monster had stepped onto American soil. From the opening minute of round 2, Naoya Inoue began to reveal the brilliance beneath his power. He didn't rush, didn't chase, didn't swing wildly. Instead, he applied a kind of pressure that felt less like aggression and more like inevitability. His feet glided forward with measured certainty, closing space without committing himself, forcing Nieves into retreat before punches were even thrown. The jab, sharp, heavy, authoritative, became the dictator of the fight. Every time it landed, Nieves' posture shifted. Every time it feinted, Nieves' balance reacted. Inoue wasn't just winning exchanges, he was winning decisions. Nieves attempted to disrupt the rhythm, launching a few hopeful jabs and counter hooks between the openings. But every time he committed, Inoue already had a response timed and waiting. A subtle slip here, a quick pivot there, a counter left hand that echoed through the arena. The commentators, usually reserved in the early rounds, began to marvel out loud at the efficiency. This kid hides power behind fundamentals, they said. An assessment proven true as Inoue snapped Nieves' head back with a right hand landed so clean it felt rehearsed. Nieves tried to step into the pocket, but the space vanished instantly. He tried moving laterally, but Inoue's feet mirrored him flawlessly. He tried jabbing with him, only to be beaten to the punch every time. It was the kind of control that didn't just win rounds, it dismantled confidence. By the end of the 3rd minute, Nieves returned to his corner with a question in his eyes. How do you fight someone who already seems to know your answers before you offer them? As the round ended, the crowd sensed the fight's direction. Inoue wasn't simply taking over, he was teaching a lesson. By round 3 and 4, the tone of the fight had shifted. What began as a contest was now becoming a slow, technical suffocation. Nieves' corner urged him to go to the body, to disrupt rhythm, to keep Inoue from setting his feet, but that was the problem. Inoue didn't need to set his feet. His balance was perpetual, always centered, always ready. Nieves made a brave effort, digging right hands downstairs, trying to crowd the space where Inoue's jab had become a nightmare. But every attempt left him open to counters that cracked off his skull or ribs with surgical precision. Inoue displayed an uncanny ability to punch between Nieves' punches, a rare skill that separates greats from contenders. He'd slip a jab by millimeters, return fire with a right hand, then finish with a left hook before Nieves could even recover his guard. The sound of clean leather echoed through the stadium, thuds, snaps, and the occasional gasp from fans who knew they were witnessing someone operating at a different level. Nieves fought with heart, desperately searching for space to escape. But every corner of the ring felt smaller now. Inoue wasn't chasing. He was cutting off lanes with footwork that looked effortless but felt suffocating. By the end of round 4, Nieves' breathing had changed. His shoulders rose faster. His guard reacted slower. His eyes, once focused, now flickered with the realization that survival had become the primary objective. Meanwhile, Inoue stayed calm, expression blank, hands loose, analyzing, preparing for the next phase. Round 5 marked the transition from domination to destruction. Up until now, Inoue had delivered a masterclass in distance, timing, and control. But in this round, something changed in the air. The audience sensed it. The commentators sensed it, and most tragically, Nieves felt it. Inoue's approach shifted subtly. He bent his knees a little more, angled his shoulders differently, dipped his weight toward the left. It wasn't random. It wasn't experimental. He was lowering his aim. The body assault was coming. The first left hook to the liver landed with a sound no commentary is needed to explain. A deep, sickening thud that stole Nieves' breath before he could hide the reaction. His body froze for half a second. His face tightened, his elbow dropped, and Inoue saw everything. The monster, now fully awakened, dug another hook to the ribs, then another, each one more accurate than the last. Nieves tried to respond, to show life, to bluff strength with a jab or a right hand, but his torso betrayed him. His movements, stiffer, slower, more defensive. Inoue's confidence grew. His combinations flowed freely. Head, body, body, head. Never out of control, always within the boundaries of perfect technique. He stalked Nieves with the calm certainty of a surgeon preparing a final incision. The crowd began reacting audibly to each body shot, wincing with every thud. By the round's final seconds, Nieves' footwork deteriorated. He retreated in straight lines, his guard protecting his ribs as if instinct had taken over where strategy no longer existed. Inoue ended the round by ripping another left hook to the liver, sending a ripple of damage through Nieves' frame. He returned to his corner broken, breathing shallow, ribs aching. His body was losing the battle, his heart continued trying to fight. The 6th round became the final chapter of a painful but heroic stand. From the bell, Inoue advanced with the cold efficiency of a fighter who knew the end was near. Nieves circled, guarding his right side desperately, trying to keep the liver protected at all costs. But against a finisher like Inoue, desperation is merely a roadmap. Moments into the round, Inoue dug another left hook into the body. Clean, merciless, perfectly placed. Nieves' legs stiffened, his guard collapsed downward, and the delayed agony folded him into a knee. The referee's count echoed through the arena, but so did something else, a collective understanding that Nieves wasn't beaten by lack of heart, but by the precision of a generational talent. Nieves rose, breathing in gasps, trying to brace himself. But Inoue was already stalking. He returned to the same target. Left hook, left hook, left hook, each one landing with frightening consistency.